家好，我是美国达拉斯混血花爱家的花爱妈妈。今天是我们家4岁半的妹妹小爱第一次参加市里面儿童足球队的训练，我们两个都可兴奋了。我还特意穿件 jersey 表示支持，邀请你和我们一起去看看小朋友的足球训练。路上正好碰到校车，给你看一下，校车停下来的时候，这有一个 stop sign， 如果后面有车的话，大家都必须停下来，等着校车动了，后面的车才可以动。我们到了练球的地方啦。现在教练在跟他们玩一个游戏，教练说谁要是能用球踢着他，他就装一个动物，他们想让他装什么动物他就装什么动物。现在是装老虎。啊，小朋友们好开心。
教练哄着娃玩真是很拼。现在轮到咱们家的小爱告诉教练要装什么动物了。
一般让他做蛇。现在换副教练上场。做老虎。Water break， 好玩吗？小朋友们跑起来就没有戴口罩了，在户外，家长们都坐得可远了。很远的社交距离。Go Eva! Woohoo! Good job! Hey baby, how was your day?
What's up, babe? I had a great day. Look at you, looking all good.
You're so silly.
You miss me? You make Of course I did. Look at you, looking all sexy.
It's 8:30 at night. 8点半了，两个娃终于睡觉去了，爸爸跟妈妈可以歇会儿。孩子上床睡觉以后，晚上就是爸妈休息聊天的时间啦。Hey, guess what, babe?
What's up?
So today I took Eva for her first soccer practice, and I was there like sitting for an hour, and I was browsing my phone. I kind of saw this little cute story. Let me show you. 这个故事里讲一对夫妻，过着过着就变成了兄弟。结婚后，夫妻间话越来越少。女生想找男生聊聊他们之间的问题，可是都是小问题，一时之间不知从何讲起。后来想想还是算了吧。
I see.
Right? So at first, my first reaction after reading that little story was, that would never be us, because we've been together for 12 years and we're still romantic, we still have sparks. That's just not gonna apply to us. And then it kind of stuck with me, and then I just couldn't get it out of my head, and then I thought about it again. It's like, it could totally be us. Because we both have very demanding jobs with 2 kids, we're both exhausted all the time. And it's like, when do you have time to create romance anymore? The last time that we went out for a date was more than a year ago, before the pandemic hit. That's when people can still go out and have dinner. We had our last date out on last Valentine's Day, which was exactly more than a year ago. And then for a whole year, we used to have date nights once a month before, or we could still get out. Now, when we're home all year, we had 2 dates at home, Valentine's Day and our anniversary. It's like, it's super hard to, keep the marriage fresh and romantic. So that little story just kind of stuck with me, and then I thought I'd share with you and penny for your thoughts.
Hey, babe, I believe communication is the key. I don't think this would ever happen to us. From the very first time we met, the only thing I ever said to you is we have to talk to each other, communicate about everything. Think about it. It's like when you have a flower, right? You have to water that flower. If you ignore the flower, what's going to happen to the flower? Flower will die, right?
Yeah.
I believe relationships is the same. You have to continue to water. You got to continue to pay attention to each other, talk about our day. Even though we have children, we can't let that be an excuse why we shouldn't have romantic dinner, why we shouldn't have time for each other, why we should, spend time watching our favorite shows like we used to when we first met. So I think our relationship is different from that story because of that. because of the communication that we have, because of the love we have for each other. And then the one thing that you do that will never put us in that situation is how you are. You pay attention to every detail. Like, for some reason, if I come home and I'm a little unhappy or sad, you pay attention to that. You say, honey, what's wrong with you? And you won't give up until you tell me about it.
That's right.
And unless I share it with you, baby, you won't stop. You'll keep asking me all night, all day. So relationships like that cannot die. And I hope that we can be an inspiration to other relationships to understand how important it is to talk, to communicate. Because the same effort that I put in when I first met you to get you is the same effort that I need to put in to keep you. And to me, I believe in that. And that's it. That's my take on it.
That's right.
You know what? You're still right about one thing. If I feel like there's something wrong with our relationship, even if I just feel the slight off thing, I would never let go. I would, even if I couldn't pinpoint exactly what's wrong, I don't have to figure it out, but I'm gonna bring it to our attention and try to figure it out together. Because if I feel like there's something's off, then obviously the two of us, we need to work on it. We need to do what we can to figure out what it is to make me not feel uncomfortable in our relationship. So yeah, I agree. Communication is key, and even the slightest thing, you gotta have to talk it out. You can't just let it sit there and grow. And you know, in that little story, the lady kind of gave up in communication because she couldn't exactly find her words to describe or to pinpoint what she was feeling that was wrong. But right there, I would never let go. I would be like, hey, I don't know what's wrong, but you better sit your butt down and just try to figure it out with me. There's something that make me want to talk about it. I don't know what it is, but you gotta have to figure it out with me.
I agree with everything you're saying, babe. But you know the difference between that story and me and you?
Yeah.
I truly love you 100%. That's not 99%, not 98%. Because of that, I don't think we have enough room really to ever become like those two couples that we see in the story. Because when you truly love someone with your heart, no matter how tough it gets, the love's still there, no matter what. Because see, when you love someone just the way they are, for who they are, no matter how they messed up, or no matter how sad they are, the love never goes away.
Yeah, and when you truly love someone, you don't take them for granted.
Of course, because I accept you for when you're happy. I accept you for when you wake up in the morning. And I've told you that the first day I met you 12 years ago, I would love you 100 years from now the same way I love you the first day I fell in love with you. And that's my promise to you. No matter what you do, that will never go away.
Well, that's why I married you.
All right, sweetie. You know I love you.
I love you.
To all the newlyweds out there, our relationship advice to you is to keep making time for each other. The romance doesn't have to die. You just have to continue to make an effort to make it romantic for each other. Continue to talk.
I agree with you, babe. We just have to stay consistent with each other all the time. And then most importantly, compromise with each other and do things because we want to, not because we have to. Because when you do things for each other because you have to, you don't feel like doing it. But if
you do something because you have to, you don't think I can feel it? I can totally feel it. And then your intentions are not pure, then I don't receive it well.
And nobody would in a relationship. That's why it's important that I try to do everything for you because I want to from my heart. I'm going to take the trash out. It's because I want to, not because I have to.
Exactly. It cannot be because I ask you to. You're going to have to do it from your own heart.
From my heart. And that's what I think we continue to do for the last 12 years that caused our relationship to stay shining day in, day out. Because we communicate and I do things because I want to, and you do things because you want to.
Yeah.
So that's our advice to you guys out there.
Yes. Love you too. Stay in love with your husband and wife.
感谢关注达拉斯混血花爱家。